You're not rooting for your own team.
You can't walk out on the set, bro. That's the cut anyway. Top 5 NBA players.
I can go 6 Lakers in my stuff.
LeBron at 1.
I gotta go with Akeem.
Jordan at 2.
Magic.
I'm gonna take Kobe.
Kareem.
My small forward, I'll take Latrell Sprewell.
This guy.
Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast.
This is Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. I'm your host, Cassius Clee. We are here in the industry studios in Brooklyn, New York. Today we're going to talk about the Suns owner, Robert Sarver. We're going to talk about Brett Farve and his scandal, if you want to call it that. His Ross Clot business. And we're going to recap our week 1 picks of the NFL. And we're going to talk about the disaster of the Cowboys week 1.
What we are?
Yes, we have to talk about it. We got to get into it.
That's an NFL team, right?
But how you doing today, Snake? All good?
All good, all good.
Stokes?
All good, kid.
IT Stokes.
No complaints.
Brother O, back from vacay?
Yeah.
You got a 10
Yeah, man.
on your cheeks. Pause.
Just wearing the Speedos, yo. Yo, Reese Beach was hot, man.
Reese Beach is popping.
For a whole playing volleyball.
What's going on right now in the NBA? Robert Sarver being accused of harassment of women, racism, what else?
and men, they said.
Treating people.
Yeah. Body shaming men, they said.
Really?
Oh, so he's not no Donald Sterling. Look at my thoroughbred.
He got a year suspension and $10 million fine. My only problem with this is, how do you cannot take the man team away from him. I know we had the discussion last night, right? He owns a team. Like, you cannot take somebody's team away for being a bad person.
You can, man. It's like being a bad tenant in the co-op. If you make a noise, I mean, you can't take it away and not compensate me. I still own that property, but you could get me out.
But Donald Sterling was a whole lot different.
Well, reading what Adam Silver said, the reason why he didn't feel like he could take away his team is because throughout the investigation, when he so-called used the N-word,
we got to get into it.
It wasn't malicious in his racism act. He was just saying it like he's down and he's
like, what's up, my niggas?
Yeah, he's supposed to be saying it like that. I guess that's not racist. He didn't say that you're a nigga or...
Right, he was just using the word.
Just using the word.
The bottom line the difference between Robert Sarver and Donald Sterling is that there's video footage of Donald Sterling actually using the N-word. There's no video footage of Robert Sarver using any kind of derogatory terms. There might be, somewhere down the line, it might be revealed, but as of now, there's no evidence. And I don't know if you saw the press conference that Adam Silver, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, held yesterday, but he looked completely nervous and
Who, Adam Silver?
Oh, yeah. You didn't see it?
Yeah. No. He was uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely uncomfortable. And I think he knows
hey, yo, listen,
he's going to have to somehow, some way.
His star players, his marketable players are coming out saying they need to get him out.
Then again, they pay him. The owners pay him his salary.
Yeah, and from what I hear, it seems that the owners are totally, well, I shouldn't say totally, but a lot of the owners are not really on board with getting rid of Robert Sarver.
Yeah, you can't. I don't agree.
That's because they have a lot of dirt that could be dug up and come around.
It might open up Pandora's box. And
I think he should have been fined more. Maybe
I think
2
he should have
years.
been 2 years. Yeah, I think the suspension should have been longer.
2 years.
$10 million to a billionaire is like like giving your kid $200 for sneakers.
That means this kid ain't getting a boat this year or something like that. Take it out on him.
But if you don't have it on video, right, or recorded,
it didn't happen.
And he's not admitting to it.
It didn't happen.
He didn't
It's
deny
like,
it and he didn't admit it.
You treated me bad. Is there proof? No. Like, you cannot take a man's team away.
Nah, not.
You can't say, yo, you gotta quit or you gotta give your team up. You can't do it. It's a different situation.
Listen, I don't even like the suspension, to be honest with you. But if you're gonna suspend him, you gotta suspend him for 2 years, man.
Yeah.
But I don't
Send
know
a
what that's
message.
gonna do. He's still gonna profit in the TV and the sharing and
He's still gonna call you an N-word behind your back.
yeah.
So you got pronounce this guy's name right. Jam Najafi? Am I saying that right?
Jam Najafi.
Right. The senior vice president of
He's
the
a
Suns?
minority.
Senior vice, the vice chairman and
Vice
minority
chairman?
owner.
Minority owner.
He's the
So-
team's second largest stakeholder of the Phoenix Suns.
So
And
he's putting the
basically
pressure on him
he's calling
for him to be fired.
for majority owner Robert Sarver to be fired for his actions.
Because you know what's gonna happen. Guess who's gonna be the majority? You know.
Right. They're
You
gonna
know
have to
what's
split up
behind
the
that
stakes
with
and he
him.
takes it.
Yeah. You know what's behind that.
And then players like LeBron spoke out. Chris Paul spoke out.
But the intriguing part about all this is that
There's something intriguing.
Phoenix Suns general manager,
It's a black dude.
what's this dude's name? Is it
James.
James Jones, right?
Yeah. James
Is
Jones?
it James Jones?
No, I think James is his last name. Jermaine Jones.
No. Let's just. I'll look it up. I don't want to miss.
Jermaine Jackson.
And my head coach Monty Williams. They really haven't spoken out against him. I mean, in
that's
fact,
why
I
they
think the
can't.
last thing I heard from
They should.
Monty Williams was supporting him.
Maybe he was nice to them. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know. I mean, that's where it gets complicated.
Oh, James Jones is his name.
James Jones. Okay, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? This is all the NBA players got to do.
Not play.
Not play when they play Phoenix and the game is over.
Yep. Put
That's it.
everybody in
Go
the
to
injury
Phoenix,
report.
I'm not playing. It's going to take a hit.
I mean, yeah.
Commissioner
The onus is on him.
will
Yeah.
have to, like, bro, you got to
His
go.
lifeline is dependent and contingent upon how the players, pretty much,
Yeah,
decide to
Act
decide
and react.
what they decide to do. So if the players decide to boycott any games that are played against the Phoenix Suns, or even, I'll take it a step further, Chris Paul
Right?
could,
It would have to be his team players, not the
Yeah.
NBA.
But if Chris Paul and the team decide not to play unless Robert Sarver resigns, I mean,
Yeah.
that's another scenario.
I don't know, man. This is players can make this happen real easy. Quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad this is not the Lakers.
But it's not going to happen, man. This is what the NFL players were trying to get at. Like, all the top echelon people could go on strike. That's why you're always going to have scabs
Yeah.
when they're in these sports, when they go on strike or try to do some kind of action. But, me, I'm the 12th man just making $750,000. I'm like, no.
Imagine-
I need to play.
Like, player empowerment, they have so much power. Remember, I'm going to go back to Colin Kaepernick for a second, right? If the player said, yo, you're treating Colin Kaepernick wrong, you're not playing on the first week of the NFL season, we're not playing. That's a shutdown, bro.
Yep.
NFL
But
is
you can't-
ruined. But I'm saying it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Players need money. They're like, yo, that's Kaepernick's business. XYZ.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of people in his corner, man.
Nah, that looked like it, but that did not happen.
He had people in other sports
Well,
that was talking for him, but no one in the NFL came out and said him. And don't forget about Eric Reed.
Yeah.
Eric Reed was in the midst of all this, and your man from say what you want about it. Me personally, I didn't like how your man hijacked the whole thing from the Eagles, the DB. What was his name? Hijacked. He became like the spokesman.
You talking about Jenkins?
Yeah,
Jenkins,
Jenkins.
yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, yo,
And your man can still play at
Yeah.
that time. Eric Reed. He was still good.
yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins.
Even when they gave Eric Reed a chance, who Charlotte gave him a chance, right?
You mean Carolina?
I mean Carolina. I'm saying Charlotte. Carolina gave him a chance. He was like the best defensive back they had. when he played.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, the problem with the NFL though, in terms of them boycotting, is the fact that only like there's like a
It's only
10%.
17 games too.
But not only that, but like it's it's top heavy in terms of who's making the most money, and everybody else is like
that's what most of the players signed off on when they negotiated their contract. That's how they did it. There was no
but I mean
looking out for the lesser person, man.
You got a 53-man roster on a team, and only like maybe a handful of players are actually
Out of
making.
53, I would say like 20 something are making probably in the millions.
This stuff is going to snowball, man. Like PayPal's already threatening to pull back on Phoenix.
If I could predict, I mean, I think he's done.
No.
But the onus is on the players, though. If the players do not boycott,
They got to do a mutiny.
Then he's
Right.
Yo,
So how many
he's
people
still in.
came forth?
He's still the owner.
when
like,
sponsors
complain
start
about
pulling out, though, it's
Yeah,
There you go.
that's who's paying.
When you start losing money, the team and the organization, that's it.
But I think the teams have their own sponsors, especially of course, obviously when they wear them on their jerseys.
right.
So you need like a full blown NBA sponsor. Like what? Remember when back in the days with Blake won the slam dunk contest, it was Kia.
Yeah.
So like if a person like Kia will pull out that sponsors the whole NBA, we're like, no, this guy's still here. Then we're pulling all our
But you got
sponsorship.
a lot of companies out there that take their place.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Let's jump right back in. So we got another scandal. Your boy, Brett Farve.
Favre.
Who's boy?
That's not your boy?
No.
All right. So I need you to break it
I
down
was
to
a
me,
Brett
D.
Favre.
I don't want to be wrong in this story.
I was a huge Brett Favre
But
fan too.
I'm going to sum it up and then you fill in the details for me. Brett Favre took money from a public official to build a volleyball stadium for his daughter with funds.
University of Southern Miss, right? It was Southern Miss. That's where he went.
Yeah.
So
All
Southern
right, so
Miss.
fill in the details for me there. Ted.
Well, I mean, the gist of it is that, according to the Mississippi Today, which is a paper based in Mississippi, Favre and former, Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant.
Oh, he was the governor?
Yeah. And others discuss ways to funnel at least $5 million in state welfare funds to fund a new Southern Mississippi volleyball center.
Why not?
And there's records of text messages going back and forth.
Right. But they bought houses and boats and other things besides that. And they were spending on trips, cars, dinners.
So it's big time scamming.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's multiple texts that were, there was a lawsuit filed by the state of Mississippi, and they were just saying there was just a bunch of texts just going back and forth. We're all involved.
That's
Favre,
horrible,
the state
man.
governor, and I mean, when you have the state governor,
Yeah, that's
that's
the highest
Involved
person
in
in
the
the state.
scandal
That's a
like
lot of
this.
money, they said.
and you know what? It starts to make me wonder how these, other states function when it comes to state
Right.
funds.
Yo.
Well, it was
I
said
think they
there
just
was
happened
80
to get
people.
caught, but I mean, what about these other states now? I mean,
Oh, well, that's
That's a whole
probably
nother-
not the whole.
They don't
probably
know.
not the
Yeah,
whole
they
state
just
doing
got
that, bro.
them.
Yeah.
You said, I know we discussed this last night. Mississippi is the poorest state in the
yes,
country.
the poorest state in the union, in the United States.
And
Alabama's
then-
number 2,
yeah,
which
Alabama,
borders.
Why do you think Mississippi is the poorest state?
I just think they have no economy. There's no obviously they have no Fortune 500
Probably
companies.
no export.
Right.
Yeah.
I never heard like grapes from Mississippi or apples.
Obviously, they ain't got no clean water either. So,
Oh yeah, the water's coming out
yeah,
brown.
brown. But
That's
they
worse
said
than
90% of the people get denied welfare when they apply for it, the ones that need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yo,
90%. That's a crazy
Yeah.
rate.
why does Brett Favre need to do this, man?
He's made
That's
over
his legacy.
$100 million throughout his career.
Yeah,
And for him to
listen.
be engulfed in a scandal like this is just mind-boggling.
Yo,
That was
It reeks of just
that was $100 million in '90.
Greed.
that's like
Yeah,
American
I mean,
Greed.
Greeks-
You ever saw that show?
Yeah.
But then it's this facade that he's the good old, the good old boy.
He wears
Quarterback.
Wranglers, man, and cowboy
And
boots.
his daughter goes to that school, no?
Yeah, and she's on the volleyball team.
That's man.
But to listen, man, but you got to remember, like these states like Mississippi and Alabama, they don't have state income tax or an economy to have tax in there. So, you know, if you want to get real political about it, states like New York, California, Jersey, that have high state income tax, you know, federal money goes from there down to these states.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. We pay the highest federal state tax, and it gets spread out.
Yeah, it gets
amongst
spread
the
out
smaller
throughout the country.
states and whatnot.
And that's
But
what they doing.
They don't monitor how they use the money.
Yeah.
That's the
It
thing.
just go, all right, this is New York taxes are raised. Here you get more of a share in Mississippi. So I get a bigger boat. You think it's the only thing they did?
Right.
The thing in too,
Just $5 million?
I just want to mention. I mean,
doubt it.
nothing against Nick Saban. I think Nick Saban is a hell of a coach, but the fact that with Mississippi, you know, I mean, I know Nick Saban's in Alabama, you know, which is the second poorest state, but then you have these, you know, coaches like Nick Saban is making $11.7 million a year.
Right.
Well, Alabama is a private company. The university is a private school.
But I'm just saying, it goes to show you that you have these states that are just in dire straits economically.
Right.
And you got these.
But to be honest with you, that whole program brings that area.
Yeah, to be fair, yes, that's a good argument. That it actually helps the economy
in that area.
Yeah.
Where are they? They're in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa.
You know, you got a lot of poor kids playing football, and they dream about making it to the NFL and making hundreds of millions of dollars.
What I don't understand, there's this perception about people who are on welfare are lazy, don't want to work. You know, they have this, you know, this stigma like they resort to crime and it's just a whole negative stigma when it comes to people that are on welfare, that are in dire straits. And then you have a Brett Farve who's made millions of dollars, who's in cahoots with a governor at the time,
elected official,
and then they're taking money
from the poorest state. Yeah.
It's unfathomable.
You know what's gonna happen,
but you know what is? He doesn't see that part. He doesn't go to that part of Mississippi. He stays in the one part he's
exist to
in
him.
near the school, which is the rich part, and that's it.
I don't know, but it's scary though that these states. I'm pretty sure this is not the only state.
No. This is happening from.
This
is not a new scheme. And then listen, if I wrote on my welfare application that I had 3 kids and only had 2, they're gonna try to send me to jail for that.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Just for that. And this dude,
they trying to put cats in jail that did the pandemic allegedly
the
PPP loan. But they let people get away with $2 million forgiveness. Hey, they forgave Jay-Z's $2 million loan, PPE loan.
Yeah, they just
billionaire.
forgave it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jay-Z had a
$2 million PPP loan, and they forgave it.
Alleged. Is this true?
No, it's true.
It's true.
A couple of senators, like they brought out that list when they.
Oh, what?
When Biden,
they did have a
when
list.
Biden said, we're giving
definitely
back
have
to
a
the
list.
student loans.
Yeah.
Everybody was complaining, all the Republicans, and they showed the list of that guy Marjorie Taylor.
That's crazy.
She had $200,000 loan. They forgave it because her business lost money.
Nonsense, man.
And then Kanye had one.
You know,
a bunch of people had it. They was like, if you don't give it to me, I'll take it.
You could request even in your municipality, like say you paid taxes in just Flatbush, you could get a list of all the people that receive PPE loans in your town, in your area, how much they got, their name, their business, or whatever title they have it under. Like say you had a daycare, you're like daycare's lost bad money.
Yeah,
right.
Daycare's like literally lost probably 100,000 each individual daycare, at a minimum, and you could see their PPE loan and what they got if you request it. Yeah. It's out there.
And then Dirk was telling me last night, the IRS hired 80,000 reps.
They're going to be hiring about 85,000 new
new auditors.
Like 5 to 10 years or something like that.
To catch everybody with the
PPE dudes.
That's not what they're saying.
So the average person is going to jail, but the millionaire, they're forgiving their loans because they know how to
Brett
through the
Farve was
paperwork.
going nowhere.
Yeah, no.
And keep in mind that
He's
this
gonna
is
get a TV
that
gig
governor.
soon.
Mississippi.
I think you mentioned that this is actually his alma mater too, Southern
Yeah.
Mississippi. He played
Southern Miss, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the text messages that was, reported in the lawsuit. So this is a text from Farve. This is a direct quote from one of the texts that Farve sent. If you were to pay me, is there any way that the media can find out where the money came from and how much?
And the guy.
Wow.
So in response, just one more thing. In response, I guess whoever responded to him said that we never had that information publicized. And then
I just want to know how all of this got out.
Here's a note to everyone listening: your texts are not safe.
and also too,
I got an
this
iPhone.
device,
I got an iPhone.
This device is meant to
Yes.
store information.
They will
not-
pull it
It
up.
keeps it all.
This is what it's
They
created
have you
for.
tapped. Stop your dick pics now, guys. Cut it out.
I told you I'm not. I can't. I gotta keep sending it, bro.
Everything is here, guys. Everything.
Do not press send.
It's not erased.
No.
Yo, I want
There's
to
a
holler at
cloud
my man
for it.
Dirk. We had a conversation last night. I'm gonna take it back to the Phoenix owner about the N-word. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Come over here close to the mic, my brother. Pause.
That's a pausable moment.
Yeah.
Which mic though?
It was a very interesting conversation about the N-word. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
brother.
can.
Speak loud and clear. So last night, you had a problem with the N-word, and I'm gonna let you speak.
Well, I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but I just have this I feel like as black people, let's say in the United States or throughout the world, we need to make a decision about that word. Just black people.
Mm-hmm.
Are we keeping it or are we letting it go? Because we're on different sides right now. So I feel like we got to decide, okay, it's not a good word, we're not going to use it, and we're not going to allow anyone else to use it. Or it's all good, let's use it, and we're not going to be, and let's not care if anybody else uses it. But we can't, I feel like it's crazy that we're on both sides.
Right, because supposedly this owner was using it loosely, not calling people niggers, but saying
it.
You
said, whoa, you said the ER, bro. You gotta calm down.
I don't know
man.
what he said. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, that's a little racist
I'll just
right
say
there,
N-word.
man.
Nigger. I mean, listen, man, we say it in songs, we use it every day, and then maybe he was giving them like this feeling they could just use it whenever,
they
however,
could
bro.
do it. We could do
You
it.
can't be mad at people for feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with with Indians and white boys, and we was rapping, and the white boys was saying like nigga, da, da, da. I ain't feel no way. Because we was all rapping or whatever. We, was making records. I mean, obviously that shit would have never made it out there. But for me, I didn't feel no kind of way because this is my peoples. We chilling. The Indian
There's no, that individual, so there's no maliciousness behind
But
it.
if the record would have came out, it would have been.
Yeah, like Eminem can't use the N-word. Eminem cannot use the N-word.
Supposedly
That's
he
what I'm
did.
saying. We gotta figure out. I don't like the fact that we want to say it and use it, but then we want to be mad at other people when they say it and use it. Because no other race has like a what do you call it? Racial epithets that they freely say among in the wide open. No, they don't do that. We're the only ones that do that shit.
Well, we're very slick with it though. Like the A, the ER, and the A. Like this is. That's kind of that's a little slick, bro. Because if I say, "Come here, you nigger," and I'm white, you be like, "Yo, what are you saying?" I'm like, "Yo, that's my nigga, right?" But I don't know, man. Like if you use the ER, that's no good. That's what I'm saying. But if
it don't gonna make a difference if a white guy goes, "Come here, nigga," we use the A.
Nigga, you a nigga.
I mean, the word, it's just how you feel. People don't care about it. Like, a white man should know not to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this comedian said, he was like, would you ever call your mother by her first name? You would stop there. So why would you say nigger around a black person? He goes, it's in your mind that you're not supposed to say it, but they don't care because they don't care about you.
But still, exactly. They know they
can't say it, but they don't care. They don't have no respect for you. That's why they say it around you. You know what I'm saying? You would never call your mother by her first name, your pops by his first name.
You was on the other side of this though.
Yeah, nah. Listen,
you're gonna use it.
I'm gonna use that word. And I'm gonna take offense if a white person, period, or anybody
Exactly.
outside black use it. On a side note,
Even if it's my boy
how
too.
does, like,
I'm not trying.
growing up in that area, like, a lot of the Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, they get away with it by saying N-word.
I mean,
A lot
They
of
got-
black people feel some
They
kind
get
of
away.
I feel some type of
Some
way,
people
yeah.
feel away, but to
But
be
I think they
honest, I never
overuse it
did.
too sometimes.
I never felt no. I grew up in mad Spanish cats.
Yeah, I never-
Puerto Ricans was good. Flappers.
Yeah,
They could say
Flappers,
whatever.
Puerto Ricans, they was.
There's
they
no
were
OD
the
on it. Like some of these dudes, it's every other word.
But like I said, I'm gonna use it, and I don't want. This is our thing. Like, we took what the word was actually meant to be
And flipped it. Yeah.
and flipped it into our own way. And so that's it. Listen, if you're a white person, you want to use the N-word around people or call somebody that, you got to suffer consequences if there are some. Some people don't care.
You know what it is though? It's like
You got to know that there's something coming.
your argument is why it'll never come to an end. Like, it's
Right.
going to be an everlasting debate because
Yeah,
you got,
But to
like,
his
for
argument,
instance, O's stance on it, and then your stance on it. I mean, it's all subjective to who,
Right.
My stance is this, right? My stance is, listen, I feel like we need to decide. But I think it's hypocritical to hold other people to a certain degree of, well, you can't say it. Well, why are you saying it?
Right, but
Understand?
this.
And for me, and then my other thing is this. I'm good either way, but we got to decide as a whole nation what we trying to do. But I'm tired of the word itself, and I'm tired of the emotional reaction that it gets from black people when a white person says it. I think we've given them too much power over our emotions with that word. I understand the history behind it and everything.
Yeah, it's-
But at some point, we black people just got to be like, you know what? We're taking all the power out of the word. So if a white person says it, I don't care because it's a word and
it's gonna.
it shouldn't get you like.
Yeah, but it's the way they say it, too.
Control over you.
But
I
you know what it
guarantee
is
you-
too? It's generational because there's people that are still around
Black people.
that still that
Okay.
can't that will never let that go.
Right.
It's a
I mean, there's
let
words
that
that
go.
are fading. The homo is fading. Word gay. The F word. That's
Right.
fading.
So niggers should face it.
It shouldn't be said at all. You know, you're not a black person. You shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
But
there's
I get-
And it should
guarantee
fade out
black
like that.
people,
I guarantee-
older black people that don't like the word being said by black people.
That's true.
Yeah,
They
no
hate rap
Yeah,
music, and they hate rap music.
For that.
Especially-
saying the word too much.
especially the ones that were subjected to some serious
South.
blatant
that's-
racism.
Yo,
So can you
It's
imagine
a
going?
sensitive
You walk into
word
church
right now.
or school and they pull out a water hose on you. Come
oh,
on,
man,
son.
We
I'm
we're going deep right
Yeah, I
now.
know, but
I guarantee you,
Just
this
say-
owner probably said, "Hey, all these
Everybody-
players use it,
Yeah.
so why don't I use it? Yeah, what's up, nigga? Let's
Right, yeah.
let's win."
and then especially when they're probably a little bit younger, especially younger than us. They don't know how to react or
Yeah, this
or
younger
check.
generation don't care
Yeah,
if
because
white
our
people or black
fathers,
people said it.
our fathers will die for that word, son, being called that. I know my
I got a quick story when I was a kid. I'm ashamed, but I'll let you know when we come right back. I remember I was in about 5th grade. I was taking a bus, the B8 bus. I don't know where I was going. Probably Ditmas or something, right? So I get on the bus. I didn't have my bus pass. So the bus driver, the bus driver was like, "Yo, you can't get on the bus." And I remember I was with Marty and Ashley. And I turned around to him, I was like, "Yo, this nigga won't let me on the bus." Yo, that bus driver gave me a look. He was probably like my age right now. He gave me a look like, these kids is just so stupid, bro.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I still remember that. I'm still embarrassed. I still think about it. And when I hear kids carrying on, it clicks like, yo. So let's say that was like 40 years ago. What was that? He's probably that's probably fresh, closer to Jim Crow.
Oh yeah, that's
than
80,
ever, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
Early 80s, 82, 83.
So that word probably to him was a serious word, bro. And I'm just throwing it around like, this nigga won't let me on the bus. He gave me a look like, bro.
Like, you don't know.
He still let me on the bus, bro. He still let me ride.
After saying all that.
Wow.
Just like get on the
He didn't even
bus.
say
you
nothing. He
dumb
just
nigga.
gave you a look like,
Yeah,
oh,
he
disgust.
gave looks like Pops will give us. Like Pops gives you that look like don't stop it. Whatever you're doing, just stop it. And I still remember that. Embarrassing, bro.
You just sit down and crumble, yo.
Horrible. But yeah, back to you, Dirk. Where do I stand on this word? I try not to use it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, like you were saying, you're around your parents, you go to your parents' house, you don't curse.
Right.
Or you act I cursed twice, man. Come on, man. Look, I set myself up, yo. You try not to curse around your parents, right? Because you're conscious. You know what I'm saying? So the N-word, we could do it, bro.
But and exactly to your point, right? You know, we all part of the hip hop culture. We, hip hop, nigga this, nigga that, right? I write rhymes, whatever. So it's become part of the lexicon. But still, right? If I hear my son say that shit, like if he on his computer playing games or whatever, he might be playing with people that's not all black.
Right.
Even if he's in his room with the door closed and I hear the nigga I'm like, yo,
right,
stop saying that shit.
Yeah.
But instead I'm writing around to these niggas.
Do it.
But I stand with the people that want to get rid of it.
I hear you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's tough, man.
But
Like,
it's a very
I know what you're saying. My son, he was in the middle of a intense sporting event, and he used that word, and I heard him clear. I was like, he was way on the other side of the football field, and I heard him clearly, and I was like, yo,
it's different.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with this, but he hears me say it all the time. So, it was just a reality check. I'm going to correct him. I'm his father.
But they don't know how to use it in the right environment.
Right. That time he used it right. He was angry.
Because you ain't supposed to be there at the game.
Well, that's my point. Even though we grew up in this culture, in the
it's tough, man.
Even us at our age, we still feel some kind of way. And it even just about white people. Like I said, my son.
Yeah, we're making them comfortable though using it. Like you said, Dave Chappelle, all his bits, he throwing around that word, and white people laughing, and it's funny, and it's ha ha, and it's like.
Too,
but then when that's why Dave Chappelle, we listened to what he said too. That's kind of part of the reason why he left the show. He just felt like they were wanting to do too much coonery and buffoonery with him. But I'm like, yo, you did 2 seasons of that,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just,
maybe,
but he it just clicked all of us. I'm not casting any judgment on him leaving or not. That was his choice.
But it's probably like what you said when you heard your son.
He just probably just came in one day.
You still feel weird about it, even though you said.
They probably kept pushing it though. They probably kept coming to him like, yo, do this,
get this monkey suit on.
Yeah, man. He's probably like, all right.
It's a pink gorilla, man. Don't worry about it, man.
But I agree with D. It's something it's just never gonna go away.
Never.
Nah.
It's a generational thing.
It'll be controversial.
The only thing that will probably soften the word or the impact or will kind of like, alleviate, dangers of that word is if, black people, advance, you know what I'm saying? And be in a better situation economically.
But that's the thing. But you will always be that to them, though. I know what you're saying, but even socially economic advancement for black people, you still will get called that.
You would, but I think people of other races will be more reluctant to do that. I think once we, as a collective,
how about this, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, D.
No, I'm just saying, as a collective, once we start to respect ourselves, I think all other races will follow suit to a certain extent.
Maybe.
But you're conscious when you're using the word, right? Like, if I go to my son's school and I'm speaking, that word is not entering. I'm not even bringing that word in the building, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it slips
out.
You
can be on the phone.
Unless you see what acting up, then you call him that
nigga right here. Sit your ass down, man.
Like Chris
when
Rock said.
We congregate at home and stuff, and like me, you, and O are talking. We use that word.
Right, and mom pops right there.
Subconsciously, yeah, mom pops and the kids.
Yeah.
Yo,
I know.
all the kids, they see us when we conversate and they hear that word. They hear we use that word, and we, we're kind of oblivious
Yeah, you're
to
right.
how much of an effect that it would have.
I gotta admit that. I never heard my son use the word.
That was the only. I'm pretty sure he does it on his own time.
I mean, listen, I know he curses.
Yeah, I know my son
I know.
curses on his own time.
But Pops used to tell us, don't use that word.
Oh yeah,
man.
nah,
A
it
lot,
was
you know what I'm
discouraged.
saying?
It was definitely discouraged.
But
I still wouldn't even like really say that shit around my father. It's weird.
I don't know.
If I don't curse around,
No, yeah.
Me either,
some of
man.
us don't.
Me either. I don't curse around my son.
Some of us
This
don't
guy
curse
is
around
wild.
us.
I don't know how we make this transition, man. How we go into the Dallas Cowboys after this?
Yeah, them niggas suck.
Yo, we just had negated the whole purpose of that conversation.
But that's
Yo, thanks, D. Good looking.
nah, man. We should. Can we talk about something else? Like,
No, we got to talk about that week one.
Season done.
Nah, man. We could talk about what's that sport where they throw the sack into the hole on the other side? We could
Cornhole?
Yeah, cornhole, man. We can
That's
talk
what they
about
call
that.
Pause.
All right. Let me just start by, this is something, I was talking to Stokes last night, right?
IT Stokes.
IT Stokes. And there was a loss the Cowboys had in 2013. And I was so mad. It was against the Lions. You remember that? 31-30? On the last second. Was it a fake
The fake spike by
Fake
Stafford?
spike, yeah.
by Stafford?
Yeah.
It was, right? Yo, this is what I wrote, bro.
That was the
At
greatest.
that time?
Yes.
So you wrote a letter.
I wrote a letter.
And you
I
were
don't-
gonna-
I don't know
you
who I'm
didn't
sending it to.
Oh, you didn't send it though.
You was,
But
you
yo,
was a fan, right?
I was done with them. I was done with them, bro.
That was one of my best Dallas losses ever.
Yo, remember all the
I have a
trips
clap
used to
too.
go in? Yo, we went like 10 years in a row to see Cowboys lose
Yo.
every time.
I got it right here. October 27th, 2013. At 5:30 in the morning. Yo, I must
You
have
ever
been
go to
dreaming.
sleep? Damn, yo.
Yo. I said, my name is Cleon Cassius Simpson.
Full name.
I've been a Cowboy fan since I was 8 years old. We watched them on Thanksgiving every year until I got cable TV.
Wow.
I am 42 years old now. I enjoyed the 90s run when I was finishing up college. I used to take notes every game in my little cowboy notebook I took to school. When my brother and I were kids, we had no idea where to buy football jerseys. So we took white t-shirts and
That's
drew
'cause
number
Pops-
88 and 38.
That's because Pops hid that from us. He knew.
Yo, which was Drew Pearson and Tony Dorsett. We drew with a black magic marker. We played football in those mock jerseys and we loved it. And then I just stopped the letter. But I knew exactly what I was gonna say after that. I don't know why I stopped. Yo, I was done with them, bro.
I should have been done with them.
Yo, these dudes give me an ulcer.
I was rooting for KC hard last night. Like, that was my team, man, watching that game.
Yo, there's 31 other teams. I
Nah,
can
man. But yo, that game one,
Root for.
was
You got to be
disgusting.
loyal. I didn't see the game, thank
All right.
God.
So, what's your take on Dak Prescott? Because, I mean, I know
All
he
right,
got
hold on.
hurt and he's out, but
All right, listen.
his performance before he got hurt.
Me and O was fighting for the last 3 years about Dak. He keeps one day he pissed me off. I think we didn't speak for like 2 weeks. He was like, yo, Dak's, you ain't call me at every interception this man does. Dak's not that dude. I'm coming around, man. Like every big game, he does not show up, man.
He's not.
no show
The
Dak.
stats show it. The games
He's
show
not
it. The
it,
losses
yo.
show it. Like he has to play a big game, yo.
You know what it
He
is?
has to win one of them, yo.
He wins the division because the NFC East is trash. Therefore,
Damn,
he's
bro.
able to win two
Right.
games against the Cowboys. I'm sorry, 2 games against the Giants, 2 games against Washington, now the Commanders. And Philly, they kind of split here and there. They probably give Dallas the most competition out of the division, but it seems like Dak beats up on teams,
Yeah, he pads his
That-
stats on garbage teams.
that are not playoff.
Yo, if you
I was,
win-
They don't
I was
have
not
winning
trying to believe
records,
that, man.
basically.
I was not. I was
Yo, listen,
blind,
the
man.
game
You gotta
one of
understand.
last year against Tampa, he did everything. He probably played the best game of his life. Did everything for them to win, except didn't take enough time off the clock. Which is, you did your part. You got to depend on the defense,
I guess so.
and he didn't play well after that, at all. And for some reason, they led the league in offense last year. I don't even see how.
Yeah.
But
That is a totally misleading stat, man.
Yo.
That is nonsense.
That is.
And then they don't. Then in the playoff game at home, you play like When I was officially done last year,
I know what you're gonna say.
the Thanksgiving
The Raiders game, yep.
against the Raiders.
That was one of my top 5 too.
Yo, my dude.
Yeah, man.
That was one of my
Yo,
top
if
5
If
Cowboy
I saw
losses.
a Dallas Cowboy player that night, after that,
Yes. But you
Yo,
know what?
man,
Here's the problem.
there's no way.
Here's the problem with the Cowboys.
which you got me. Hold on, let me take down. This is
First, let's talk about reality, right? 3 playoff wins in 26 years. Like let's really be honest with this.
That's not America's team, yo.
3 playoff wins in 26 years. Naja was born.
Who's your daughter?
Naja, my daughter, was born when the Cowboys won their last Super Bowl.
That was 1996.
96.
Well, that was for the 95 season.
Right.
So really, they counted as the 95.
26 years in 3 playoff wins. Jerry Jones
And
been
then one of the
fooling
wins we
everybody.
And they're worth the
the one
most
against the Lions, we
valuable
should've-
franchise in sports.
Yep.
So, what does that mean? It's not the players. It's the uniform, bro.
It's
Jerry
the culture.
Jones is cursed.
He's cursed
He's
because
cursed for
of
firing
Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
There's no other way to put it. The man builds Jerry World, and there's no home court advantage.
Yep.
Teams love coming there and beating them. Remember Eli? Used to call it Eli's house.
Exactly.
Yo, Eli won like 10
undefeated
straight.
there almost.
Yo, the first game they played there against the Texans, they lost.
I gotta be honest.
That was one of the best wins.
I love Cowboy Stadium, man.
Yeah.
Just
Right,
because
no,
of
we
the
went
fact
to
that the
first
Giants.
game. It was against the Giants.
No, the first game they played in that building.
Oh, the
was against
preseason?
the Texans. They lost.
A preseason game?
I think it was a regular season.
No.
No, first game was the Giants.
No, it was Giants.
We went to the first game.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
went to the opening of the stadium.
Let me tell you.
To the Texans?
No, we went to the
They went
first
to the
game.
Texans when the Texans were. That was the Texans expansion first game.
The first game.
Oh,
yeah,
They were
That's
expansion
what it was,
team.
bro.
That was
That's what happened.
the franchise, the Houston Texans franchise first game
first
ever.
game
And y'all
in
lost to
Houston
them.
in that new
Nah, come on, man.
Reliant Stadium, whatever it's called
That's
back
ridiculous.
That's when David Carr, who's Derek's Carr older brother,
then.
was
David Carr.
Yo, I went
the
through.
quarterback.
Listen, man. Thank God for Troy Emmett and Michael Irvin.
We
man,
can
'cause
still live
Yo,
off
take
of
it
them,
back.
son.
Like when you said that they won the last Super Bowl in 1996. I believe to this day, out of all my years of living, that Dallas Cowboy dynasty was the best football team ever assembled.
bro.
I mean, I don't even think New England, as much success as New England had, they didn't have the team that
Half
could.
of
They
New
can't
England's
compete with
success
Dallas.
is cheating, man.
And he Jerry Jones cut that short because of ego.
They paying for it, man. To this
Yeah.
day, man.
He thinks
Doesn't
He
matter.
wanted credit for the wins, but
he.
it wasn't him.
Let me say it again. 3 playoff wins in 26 years, and they're on TV 5 times a year. Prime
More
time.
than that. They got a primetime game.
Those are like,
Yo,
those
he's
are
the
like Dick
ultimate
stats
swindler.
right there.
Jerry Jones is the ultimate swindler.
They got cats fooled. They had me
Yeah.
fooled, man. But I loved them, bro.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do?
Yo,
That's
Every year
like
after year.
T.O.,
Yo,
son.
26 years, dog.
That's my quarterback, man.
and again,
Brandon
this season
Whedon,
looked like
Quincy Carter.
Yeah.
Been through all of that.
Remember Quincy Carter couldn't stay off weed?
Weed,
Chad
bro.
Hutchinson.
Oh, come on, D. Stop
Wow.
doing that, bro. And then every time we go see a
That's the one
game,
I used to play for the
Snake
Yankees
goes
too, right?
to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
Cowboys lose. That's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
reason you go to the
It's
game.
the only
bro.
reason, yo.
So,
Yo, the
I'm so
misery.
sick
Yo,
of it,
Sky,
man.
I was like,
The Saints was the best game. That was the best.
That was disgusting.
yo, remember the opening in the stadium? We got there like 4 o'clock in the morning. The game was 8 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock Dallas time. Yeah, we were partying all day long.
Yes.
All day long, drinking, doing coke. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Michael Irvin.
He's trying to get us indicted.
But I was celebrating because I knew we couldn't lose. With that atmosphere, there's no way we could have lost.
Son, it's
You're
like
right,
a
though.
funeral after
It's-
that game, bro.
That stadium, it's not home court advantage,
Nah,
man.
man. It's none.
Nah,
None
Jerry's
at all.
about money. He's not.
Cats
Yo,
go there and they love
he's
it.
going-
I mean,
love
they get hype
All
playing
them
in that
years
stadium.
going, seeing the Giants and Cowboys in Cowboy Stadium,
They
yo,
lost.
Giants fans are deep.
Yeah, we lost most of those games. Remember that
I didn't even
game?
know Giants fans
Cowboys
travel like
So
that.
I was giving pounds out, yo.
We turned around, they kicking the field goal.
Yo, remember the first game ever in that new Cowboys stadium? You know, that was the first stadium that I knew that they had a club.
Oh.
And all the Dallas fans was pretty much just scattered, went home. You saw nothing but Giants fans in the
that was
club.
crazy.
Party in the club.
Yo, what fans? That's funny to you.
The Saints game was great.
How is that fucking funny, bro?
Pittsburgh, yo.
My Giants won. It was like the unexpected best time I had.
You see this dude, right? You see, I'm gonna go back to the N word. You see this nigga, right?
Yo, man, it's just it doesn't matter, man.
As long as Jerry Jones is the owner, man, you know, as a Giants fan, I ain't got to worry about the Cowboys.
Yo,
It's
we
the vibe, man.
we
It's
the
the vibe
most
over there.
profitable team, man. That's
Man, that don't mean shit. Get out of here, man.
No, man. When we getting any of the profits?
All right.
Jerry gonna say, I can't win with these niggas. That's what he gonna say. And that's what he gonna get rid of them.
He's throwing around the N-word.
You got to make a decision, though, on Dak.
My decision been made 3 years.
Man.
It's too late. He got that big
When
contract.
Romo got hurt,
That's what happened.
Jerry Jones wanted to put him back in, and I was not against it because it was fool's gold what he was doing that season.
But he had
It was
one of the best rookie seasons ever.
Look, yo, listen, it was it's,
Yo, what 12-4? 13-3, right?
13-3, I
Wow.
and then what happened in the playoff game?
Brett Farve? I mean, not Brett Farve. Oh.
I mean, he froze, yo.
Was it Aaron Rodgers?
He played a great game. Aaron Rodgers with that dumbass
that
pass to
yeah.
the sideline.
Who did he throw to? Who was that pass to? Was that Cobb?
No, the tight end.
Was it a tight
Nah, that wasn't a tight
Or was
end.
it
It was a
Jenkins?
tight end. No, it was a tight end
Bro, your man threw a 40-yard ball
on the
to
on the
side.
sideline. Yeah, it was
So
the tight end.
disgusting. I really thought we were going to win that year, though.
No,
I knew
the year
y'all
we
wasn't
were
gonna
gonna win was when we got jerked in Green Bay. We had the
with Dez?
easiest.
Yeah.
We had the easiest route.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing, right? That's like the owner. That's
yeah.
close, man.
it was Jared Cook.
Yeah, the tight end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a crazy pass, though. That was
At least y'all know the season done early. You know? You ain't gotta get disappointed late in the season.
I'm not going to watch
you can't
anything.
make this shit up, son.
But here's what's gonna happen. Say the season is over right now. Dak is gonna come back. He's gonna do just enough because nobody wins NFC East back-to-back years anymore.
Oh, Giants going to the Super Bowl this year.
Listen, you know there's nothing I can't. I'm waiting to see that the Giants fail. Yo, they really think that they played a good game last week? What happened to them in the first half?
No, they got the dub.
I tell you this, though.
I know, I get it.
No, I tell you
But
this.
they've
been-
escaped a win.
Yo, they've
No,
been
he did.
trash
They escaped
for
with a
years,
win.
bro.
I will say this, though.
Can't
You
wait
see
for
how-
the Giants to fucking suck, man.
Even more.
But I will say this. Remember how the Chiefs, when they had Alex Smith, they would make the playoffs, but they knew
But they
once
won
they make the
playoff games.
I'm just saying, though. But
motherfuckers not winning playoff games.
No, my point being is that the fact is they knew Alex Smith wasn't going to take them to the promised land. They knew he was good enough to be sustainable, but he wasn't going to take him to the promised land. I kind of feel the same way about Tannehill. I think that the Titans roster is stacked.
They got that guy. They got that backup quarterback.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
just
They
drafted.
got their roster stacked. They're going to
From
make
Liberty.
the playoffs, but I just think Tannehill is limited in his ability, and it showed in that playoff game against the Bengals last year.
Bengals was just on some shit though, man.
Nah, but he
Yeah,
was
the
awful.
Bengals
though.
were-
Tannehill was awful.
He was
wild.
awful. He threw 3 interceptions, but they were still in the
Awful.
game. They were still in the game though.
And Derrick Henry got hurt. That killed
Yeah,
him.
he came back.
He came back for the
came back
playoff
for that
game.
game, but I don't think
just
he was
wasn't.
ready. Yeah,
It's not that. It's not that.
Yo, your man
Can't miss
missed
8
eight.
games.
He missed
Yeah.
8 games and still finished in the top 5 or 6
Russian,
in rushing yards. Come on, man.
Here's another problem with the Cowboys, right?
Problem number 3.
They got rid of Amari Cooper like they had Jerry Rice.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb is not that
In the
guy
way.
either.
No,
Now.
he's not.
I'm
I'm not
about
gonna
to.
lie.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm about to jump on that right now.
I'm glad you mentioned that because what I'm going to do, I'm going to, basically.
He's not a
reveal-
number 1 receiver, dog.
Yeah, I'm going to reveal the
He improved
stats
that.
with Dak Prescott numbers with and without Amari Cooper.
Oh, Cooper made
So
him.
he
son.
played-
Cooper got him that contract, man.
Dak Prescott, when he played with Amari Cooper, which is 44 games, had over 13,000 passing yards, 88 touchdowns, and 27 interceptions. Now, he played 41 games without Amari Cooper. This is excluding game 1 of this season.
Yeah.
999 passing yards, 55 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions. So, with him, he had 88 touchdowns, and without him, had 55. The passing yard differential is over 5,000.
But I understand why they got rid of Cooper because he only played.
But you gotta replace him.
Yeah.
Listen,
You're gonna get rid of him. Who you replacing him with? Now, I think CeeDee Lamb is a talented wide receiver. He's young, but I don't know if he's that number one.
He's not number one. I already saw it.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a Justin Jefferson.
They threw to him 12 times and he caught 2 or 11 times and got 2 passes. Some of them were off.
Amari Cooper route running.
That's what I'm saying.
It was so crispy, dog.
But
I understand he didn't have that grit. He didn't get vaccinated last year, which pissed him off.
Yeah, that pissed Jerry Jones off.
He didn't have that grit. He wasn't that dude. Like, if he was hurt, he wasn't going to play hurt.
And he just disappeared on the road, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He did not play on the road.
Unfortunately, CeeDee Lamb is, like you said, he's not that number one. He's not a Justin Jefferson.
It's hard to
he's
find
not even
a number
Jamar
one,
Chase.
Yo, these cats, but see, especially the receiver, right? You see it from day one if they're number one. It's easy.
You see it day one in training camp.
Ball,
you can't judge them on college.
They keep getting open.
Jamar Chase last year. Come on,
clearly
son.
number one.
But you can't.
Preseason
But they had the
terrible,
chemistry though.
He was, but
They had the chemistry
he had
though.
2 touchdowns against the Steelers last week, but it just didn't count.
Nah.
Because they lost.
Listen,
Not only that, it's just that one he bobbled it, and the other one he didn't extend enough to break the plane.
Right.
He
actually, I think that was a touchdown.
I think it was too.
Yeah. They should have reviewed it.
Well, I don't think. Oh, they couldn't challenge.
They just didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I blame the coach for that.
They hurried up on the next play, which I don't know why, but that was definitely a touchdown.
Yeah,
Des Bryant was a number one.
definitely. He was a head case, but he was the number one.
But I'm not saying CeeDee Lamb can't be number one, but right now they should have never got rid of
And
Amari
unfortunately, I'm agreeing. I think
the
Dak.
Oklahoma thing. What's his name? Who just left? Was it Lincoln Riley? What's his?
Who went to US? He's at USC now.
All these Oklahoma what's the other dude that what you call it play? Lamar Jackson played with. Hollywood Brown,
who's on Arizona Cardinals now.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling it got to be an Oklahoma thing. They get these cats from Oklahoma as receivers. Give me a big time Oklahoma Sooner receiver.
They always open, dog.
It's their design. I understand, but I'm
the Big
saying
12,
in the NFL,
the Big 12 is a weak conference.
Yeah, but in the pros,
and they don't in the Big 12. They
don't translate. That team don't translate. But Des Bryant was in the Big 12. But I'm just specifically focusing on Oklahoma. Baylor's kind of like the same thing. But they run kind of the same offense.
The Big 12, they have no emphasis on defense.
No, but they put out receivers though.
Yeah, they do.
But Oklahoma, they're known for their running backs and quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They get, that's their quarterbacks lately between Baker and this dude is a little suspect. Kyler Murray.
Speaking about running backs, what's he gonna do?
He looked good. They
didn't run him enough.
They didn't run him enough, but he averaged 5 yards a carry.
Yo, that first year Zeke was there was amazing.
Zeke was amazing, yo.
Amazing, yo.
Yeah, they beat him up.
Yo,
yeah, but the line is different too, though. The offensive line ain't 5 years ago.
This is how you know you curse, bro. You say, yo, Dak's coming back healthy. He's like, yo, I felt better than I ever been in my life. I'm working out. I'm down some pounds. I'm getting stronger. First game, he breaks his damn arm, bro. It's dumb. Wow. It's the omen, Yo,
you think Tony Pollard right now is a better running back than Zeke?
No, he's a better utility.
He showed last year, though.
I know we overreacting this one game, but you know how it goes, man.
Yeah, we're not overreacting. We got a pattern, man.
But I'm gonna finish writing that letter, and I don't know who I'm sending it to.
I'm saying
Jerry,
Dallas lost Amari Cooper. Didn't replace him.
Did not.
But
unfortunately they lost Tyron Smith to injury.
He's good for 8 games.
Didn't replace him. Yeah, and then Y'all let Randy Gregory go and didn't replace him.
I'm good with that. He was just playing for that 1 year contract.
I understand that, but
Well, we'll see
he
what
still
he
was
does in
effective though.
Nah,
What they screwed up too. Von Miller told him he wanted to come, and he would have signed for less money than. Because he's from Dallas.
Buffalo?
From Dallas?
Yeah, he's from Dallas, I think. That he got from Buffalo, and he was like, "Yo, they didn't even come look for me." So
I don't know. I kind of feel like
you saw how he played game 1, right?
I understand, but what Von Miller was only going to have,
Listen,
so much effect on Dallas.
Super Bowl runs are 2 years long. That's all you need. But remember, you got Micah Parsons on one side, and Von Miller on the other side.
He got a lot of money.
I know, but
I just the Bills gave him a lot of money.
I know, but they
like $50 million.
Yeah, I know, because he's not gonna be there next year. They gave him that contract, gave him the guaranteed money, but that $50 million.
But keep it real.
It's for 2 years or 3 years. But they're not gonna keep him. They're gonna cut him after next year.
But let's be real.
If they don't win,
if Von Miller,
and I sure hope Buffalo don't win.
What I'm saying, if Von Miller would have signed with the Cowboys and would have been playing with the Cowboys, how much of an effect you think he would have had on the entire Dallas team in terms of wins and losses?
He has 2 rings.
He would have had
Okay.
His clout.
But how much though?
But I'm saying, listen, it changes culture.
Yeah, he's a leader.
It changes
It's
culture.
translating into a Super Bowl?
It translates into
But
something
that's what
more.
I'm saying. But why would Dallas pay all that money for Von Miller when it's not going to translate into,
It may
a Super
translate.
Bowl
You
run?
don't know that, but that's what I'm saying.
Y'all just said Dak is not that dude.
No, but I'm saying it may change everything. It hold the.
Well, you starting to come to that conclusion though. You just admit it.
Checking out the stats, man. He was terrible that first game, man. He was terrible before he broke stuff.
Look at it this way.
I just don't think Von Miller would have made that much of a difference.
That Cowboy run in the 90s, that dynasty. What you think was the biggest move they made?
Y'all had the best roster in the league.
We had the best roster, but we lost
by far.
We lost to Frisco. We were still losing to San Fran.
I mean, like,
but what changed that?
Don't answer that question, D. We got to change D. We got to.
Have to snuff this nigga, man.
Back to these shitty ass Dallas team.
Yo, man.
Back to the Cowboys. Yo, here's the funny part. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
What owner, after a game, is going to be the first one to speak about his quarterback breaking his thumb, son? No other owner but Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he's the most vocal.
What you gonna try to be like that, Snyder?
Even the coach didn't know what was happening. He's like, yo, Jerry Jones said Dak's going to be out several weeks. He was like, yeah, okay.
If that's what
Jerry says,
what it is. That's what Juror, not Jerry, Juror.
Before we go into the picks, I owe Ponix an apology. I definitely picked the Bills, bro.
Wait, you picked the Bills or the Rams?
Over the Rams?
Yes.
You hate the Bills. I know you hate the Rams.
You sure you didn't pick the? Yeah, you picked the Rams.
I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
I picked the Rams
over the Bills
to beat the Bills. And I was adamant with Ponix that wasn't it. So, my brother, I owe you an apology. All right? See? I'm confessing. Actually, I don't even have to confess because it's on tape. So, my gig is up.
That Usher over here.
Try to lie. He tried.
Yeah. Also, Stokes, we got to shout out Rudy because he was right on some games here, man.
Yeah, 2 games in particular that I thought he was insane.
Latrell Speedwell.
He picked Seattle over Denver.
Yeah, that was a good pick. That's
Seattle
a good money
Seahawks
pick, too.
Denver Broncos, which, by the way, knocked me out my suicide pool, so I'm done.
I'm done with the Titans.
That's right. A lot of people took that one.
Game killed me.
Titans.
It was too easy, man. You know,
shout out to
one of my
Rudy.
suicides.
Yeah,
I had 49ers. 49ers knocked me out.
Another pick that we clown Rudy for when he picked the Bears over the 49ers.
Yeah, I picked the 49ers. That knocked me out.
And
so Rudy's ahead of me? Oh, he's not even in this.
Nah, he's not in it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but he
Did
definitely,
he make
those are
week
2
one
picks.
He wasn't even.
He
here
almost
for
had
week
a
one.
3rd pick. That Falcons Saints game. Was it Falcons Saints?
Falcons were up most
I
of
thought
that
the Saints
game.
would win convincingly, but
Falcons were up big too.
Falcons should have won that game.
Yeah, they were up
They
big.
should have. Yo, Falcons is the.
Yo, Arthur Blank, the owner for the Falcons. Yo, he was pissed.
Yeah, he was.
Yo, they always losing like with big leads.
Yo, just watch his
defense
press.
sucked.
Just watch his press conference. He's not a dude that speaks like that.
Yo,
You know,
About the game last night.
I thought the Chargers should have won that game, man.
Yo, they looked like they were in control that first half. It was only up 3, yo.
I know Mahomes pulled out some,
Some sidearm
plays
shit.
that, Mahomes is, can only do, but for the most part.
Before you could, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you're part of the Asante Samuel family, you need to learn to catch the fucking ball, man.
But that interception
He lost 2 interceptions he should have caught. And what the father did against the
Giants in the Super
Giants
Bowl?
in the Super Bowl, dropped it in by pick 6. He dropped that caused Brady to come back downfield.
That's his son? That's
Yes,
dropping his son?
Asante Samuel Jr.
Wow.
Damn.
And he
come on,
dropped
son.
2 interceptions.
Father like son, huh?
2 interceptions he dropped last night, yo.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't mean to put him on blast.
But Herbert, I mean,
Actually, I did.
he definitely has a lot of promise too, but that pick 6 that he threw was just an atrocity, man. That he can't throw a pick 6. What was it? You ran it back for 99 yards?
That's the coach trying to be smarter than the game.
They elevated him, Herbert, too.
That's some old.
Yeah, they did it prematurely. Definitely.
That's some old Pete Carroll stuff right there.
That's got him better than.
That's a Pete Carroll
move. Mahomes, dog.
Hey, listen, man. They're just trying to find the next best thing. Like,
yeah, they rushing it, man.
Yeah.
I say he's not gonna be good. They rushing.
But that was a Pete Carroll.
He got the weapons.
And an old what's the Rams coach name? That was an old.
You're not talking about. You talking about Mike Martz?
No. The new one. This the current Rams coach.
McVay.
McVay, yeah.
That was the old McVay. Like thinking that they're bigger than the game. Like you got them down to the one on kind of on the ropes, on their heels,
just run it,
and you want to run a play when the dude that needed to come out of the game, who was begging to come out of the game.
Yeah. He didn't even run the play.
I know Eckler's a small dude. You don't really.
Who's begging to come out the game?
The tight end,
the one where
Everett.
if you look
Gerald
at
Everett, yeah.
you probably see
He was
it.
waving his hand. He wanted to come out.
The pick 6 he threw, but he threw it to the right spot.
He
but
just
the
didn't
guy
finish the route. Yeah,
the guy he ran a lazy route because he was tired.
He was waving his hand. He was like, "I want out of the game," but they
what are
wouldn't
you
take him out.
hurrying up for? It wasn't like it was down towards the end of the game.
Yeah, you gotta.
I think it was still. It was either late 3rd or early 4th.
I mean, I needed that touchdown for my fantasy though.
That was a good game. They could have
Terrible.
picked them off though. They could have won that game. That would have been a nice win.
They were
in control.
2-0 the previous 2 years in Kansas City. But yeah, they're gonna. That coach is gonna.
He's a defensive coach too.
Yeah,
Staley,
he's gonna lose his job real soon.
Brandon Staley's he's a defensive coach, which I didn't understand. They got rid of Anthony Lynn, who also was a defensive coach, right? The previous coach for the Chargers.
I think he man, I don't know.
He was
I'm
a
not
defensive type of dude.
Yeah, and they went defense again, which I find odd. And it's
I guess they feel like they got offensive players.
And let's keep it real. Like the only defensive coach that is currently successful is
Mike
Sean
Tomlin.
McDermott.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
They're not, but they haven't done anything.
Listen,
I mean,
look at the
last
Steelers
10
record.
I mean,
he's made the playoffs
all right,
every
I'm just
single
talking
year.
about-
Last year was the first year they didn't
But
make
they've been coming up like, all right, from historically in terms of like long tenure, yeah, of course, and he's not getting fired. You know, he's definitely one of the best.
They were
coaches.
thinking about it.
But I'm
2
just
years
saying, my
ago.
point being is that the NFL is geared towards offense, and it
Yeah,
seems
no.
like most teams are successful with an
Well,
offensive.
Belichick
coach.
was a defensive coach.
Well, you see, Belichick's in the toilet right now.
Well, that's now, but the
And he had Brady.
last 17 years, man.
I know,
I'll take
but
that
he's an
run any
anomaly.
day.
But
Pick
I'm
on
just saying
Belichick
now,
now.
and he had Brady.
He's a cheater, though. I'm never coming off of that.
Who, Belichick?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can argue that.
I'm never
not-
coming off of that.
You can
All
argue
right.
that. I still think he's good though.
So let's do these week 3 picks, Dunny.
First game.
All right. So the first game is a Thursday night game. You got the Cleveland Browns at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the Cleveland Browns being half-point favorites.
Cleveland over Steelers?
Yeah, I find that odd too. That they're half-point
They think-
favorites.
Don't disrespect my Steelers. Like
But I think it's the Trubisky factor.
Yeah, I'm going Cleveland on that one. Who's at home? That don't
Cleveland,
matter.
yo, remember,
Papers, bro.
I said Cleveland Browns at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Who you talking to?
Yeah, y'all do this every week with this
Yo,
nonsense, bro.
he keeps asking and I'm providing the information.
D, can you provide that information again?
His hearing aid is on low, yo.
What's the teams, D?
Cleveland Browns at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, why you curse at
You
him,
going for
yo?
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, baby.
I'm going to the land, as
Pittsburgh
LeBron would say.
Yeah, I gotta go Pittsburgh too, man.
All right.
Next pick, Bali.
All right, so then we have the Chicago Bears are at home versus the Houston Texans, with the Chicago Bears being 3.5-point favorites.
Oh, that was a bad loss too. No, Texas, they tied, right?
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, that was an awful game, man.
Yo, what's up with Matt Ryan, B?
Going to Chicago, bro.
I'm going Bears.
Nah, I can't go with the Bears. I gotta
The
go with
Bears.
Texans.
Yeah, I gotta go Chicago too.
I'm going Texans. On the road, yeah, I'm definitely going Texans.
All right, so next game we got the Tennessee Titans at home versus the Las Vegas Raiders, with the Texans being 1.5-point favorites. I'm sorry.
Titans.
Sorry, Titans being 1.5-point favorites.
Damn,
over the
Titans
Raiders.
favorite?
I'm going
Who's
Raiders.
home?
Tennessee.
Tennessee's home.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Snake.
Sorry about that.
I said Tennessee at home, man. I'm going Titans too, man.
Yeah, you got more patience if you want to do the picks. D.
Word, man.
Come on,
Yo.
brother.
You need flashcards, yo.
I
got
Stokes.
Titans.
Chill. Titans.
Yeah, I got Tennessee too.
I'm going Raiders.
I don't know why, but it just...
Tannehill gonna get benched.
All right.
I guarantee week 6. Ponix is the better. Week 6, I bet you $10. They bench
Tannehill.
Tannehill. $10.
We need your week 3 picks too, Ponix. You writing it down?
All right, so the next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts, who are at home versus the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Chiefs being 2.5-point favorites.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going
The
KC.
Chiefs.
Who you guys got?
Kansas City.
So that's all chalk. That is all chalk.
I didn't even hear who they were playing. Just,
Yeah, me either.
The Colts, man.
I just heard you say Chiefs. Colts is out of here, man.
All right, so
Matt Ryan. Matty Ice.
sorry.
Every time they give somebody a nickname, they suck after that.
I gotta bring this up, man. As a Giants fan, just on a side note,
Danny
did y'all
Dimes.
did anyone see that hit that the Giants Tay Crowder put on Derrick Henry?
Oh. That was
Just
a
had
wake
to
up
shout
call
out
for
to
Henry.
Crowder
Yeah, that's
for
a
that.
shout out. Big
That
shout
might have
out.
caused the game. I mean, that might have helped us win the game, and that momentum.
Big hit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I gotta pull
And
that
he's
up
smaller. Yeah, definitely.
That was a crazy
Definitely gotta
hit.
pull that up.
You talking
Yeah.
about Crowder that played for the Suns?
It's Tay Crowder, man.
Oh,
So, all right. So let's go to the next game.
He ain't on the Suns no more, is he?
yeah, he's
No, he's still there. All right. So the next game we got the Miami Dolphins, who are at home versus the Buffalo Bills,
Ooh,
with the Bills being 3.5-point favorites.
that's it.
Damn.
Then I gotta go Miami.
Yeah, I think I'm going to upset. I'm going Miami.
Yeah, that's too low.
Now what's gonna happen is the
Too
Dolphins organization.
Yeah, they know something. I thought Bills would be favored by more. They know something.
Yeah, the Dolphins organization. This is what they do.
They
The
cheat.
opposing team. They just get a bunch of beautiful women, bring them to the opposing team's
Go
hotel,
to live, yo.
throw them off guard. And that's how they get them.
Yeah, and it's still gonna be hot and humid down there.
No semen retention.
Got no shoes
Chew
in
City.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
boys.
I'm going with Miami with the upset on that one.
Yeah, I don't like that spread, man. I thought Bills should be favored by more.
Yeah, it's a weird spread.
Yeah.
Who still
but they
take
know.
Buffalo?
They know. Yo, I mean, Miami got a squad, man. They got Tua got a lot of weapons on their disposal, man.
Your man built a
man
nice
Tua just
squad,
can't
man.
throw.
Yeah.
Ryan Flores built a pretty decent
But he just
squad,
didn't like
man.
Tua. That was his problem.
Yeah, I
Tua,
don't blame him.
his arm is suspect though.
Yo, shout
It
out
is.
to Tomlin for hiring Flores, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn born Torres. Flores.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dunny.
Brownsville never ran, never will. All right, so the next game we got Minnesota Vikings at home versus the Detroit Lions. So the Vikings are at home and are 5.5 point favorites.
Oh, they believe in the Lions. I picked the
I'm
Lions
going
last
Vikings,
week.
yo.
They almost won, man. They almost came back.
Vikings.
Yeah.
When we going to Minnesota, yo.
Yeah,
That'll
we
be
gotta
one
go.
of our games.
Yeah, we gotta go there next year, then, man. I mean, it's
Before
not.
the
I
winter.
want to go Denver too, though. Oh, you think? How you think Colorado weed is? Yo?
Vikings. I don't smoke weed, bro.
Yo.
Why y'all laughing, man?
We believe you, brother.
Yo, it's legal, man.
My brother.
Oh, but yeah, well, only in Minnesota. I mean,
Not at work.
Denver.
All right, so next game we got the New England Patriots at home versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens.
So New England Patriots are at home, and believe it or not, they're a 0.5 point favorite
Yeah.
over the Ravens.
Yo,
How
Well,
is that possible?
that's because of Belichick.
this is where
Is this? You think they take into consideration the fact that Belichick must have a defensive scheme that
Yeah, he's good against them.
neutralizes Lamar Jackson, right?
He's a good defensive coach to mobile quarterbacks. He just keeps him
That's interesting.
in the pocket.
I don't know if I could go. I can't go in New England though, man. I can't go in New England in that game. Sorry.
Ravens.
Baltimore.
Yeah. I gotta go Baltimore. Who you got, Scott?
Ravens.
So that's all chalk with that one.
Patriots.
Doo-doo.
This is when they start looking terrible, man, for a couple years. But yeah, we gotta. Let's go. Let's move it along here.
Let's wrap this
All right,
up.
so we got the New York Jets at home versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Whoever they play.
So the New York
Going
Jets.
against them. No, yeah, just go to the next one, man.
Yeah, so the New York Jets are at home
Cincinnati.
with Cincinnati being 5.5 point favorites. But
I want Salah to take notes.
But check
I know
this
what
out.
He said taking receipts.
yo, y'all remember when the Jets upsetted them last year, though?
Yeah,
right?
that's why it's not gonna happen this year.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see, they still got Flacco in there, or Flacco, whatever.
Yeah.
If they have White, if White starts that game, I might have to change it.
Yeah.
All right, so the next
Because
game.
that's who beat him, White.
So next game we got the Washington Commanders at home
Ooh,
versus the
Commanders.
Philadelphia Eagles. So the Washington Commanders at home and are 0.5 point favorite over the Eagles.
Commanders, I'm going with.
It's an NFC East matchup. Nah, I gotta go with the Eagles.
Yeah,
I'm going
going
Commanders.
Eagles.
You're the only
Fly,
one picking the
Eagle,
Commanders.
fly.
Yeah, you're not taking into consideration who's the quarterback for the Commanders.
Carson Wentz.
Going up
Revenge
against Philly.
game.
Oh nah.
True.
All right, so next game we
It
got.
matters, yo, because when I used to play in the league and I played my old team, I played extra hard.
All right, so next
That was
game.
Tecmo Bowl, though. So.
Oh, well, yeah, but still, man.
So next game we got Ponix's favorite team, Carolina Panthers at home
Carolina.
versus their divisional opponent, the New Orleans Saints. So the Panthers are at home, but the Saints actually being 2.5 point favorites.
Saints are rolling in. I'll take the Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints too.
In a blowout.
Saints come marching in.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Saints.
I got the Saints.
You got Saints too, Snake?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Scott, you got Saints?
Saints.
The Saints.
So choke with that one. All right, so next we got the Los Angeles Chargers at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, with the Los Angeles
Next game,
Chargers
man.
being.
Next game, bro.
Hold on. Is this dude out for a couple of weeks?
It don't even matter.
Nah, it's gonna get some shots.
Yeah,
They
they said that's the best news. So he's gonna play.
Yeah, so yeah,
I'll go Chargers.
Chargers 10.5 point favorites.
LAC.
6 more to go.
All right. So then the next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. So the Cardinals are at home, with the Rams being 2.5 point favorites.
I'm gonna go with Cardinals.
Cardinals, baby.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah.
I have to go Cardinals.
That game was in Arizona, right?
Now I'm
Against
going
the
with
Chiefs.
Rams. Yeah. That was the Cardinals home game.
Yeah, they're gonna right this ship.
All right, so then next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks
Gino.
at home versus the Atlanta Falcons. So the Seahawks are at home and are 4.5 point favorites.
I'm going Atlanta.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I know we don't do spreads, but they definitely, Seahawks is not covering that. I'm going Falcons, though, for the win.
Damn.
Hot Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going to go Falcons. Damn.
Wow,
I ain't want to do that either.
one? That's,
I mean,
I'm not.
I got to see him one more game, Gino. See if it's all
He
hype.
did nothing that second half.
Nope.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
Absolutely
He
nothing.
was stuck on that 17 or whatever.
All right, so then the next game we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who are at home versus the Green Bay Packers, and the Buccaneers are at home and they're 3.5 point favorites.
Only 3.5?
Damn, that's a good game, man.
I'm going to go Bucks.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bucks too.
I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm
baby.
going Packers, man. I think they're going to get it right by then.
Yep.
These guys can't
Yeah,
catch,
you
yo.
think
Yeah, but they were open, son.
Well, you know what? Lazard should be back by then, and that's the number one receiver.
Yeah. I
All
think
right.
Packers will get them. Their defensive scheme is terrible, though. You know what? Nah, you know what? I'm going Tampa Bay. I'm changing that.
Green Bay got too many light-skinned receivers, y'all. That's why I can't go with them, yo.
I'm going Bucks. I changed it, yo.
Don't change it, Odie.
I know. But their defense is terrible, the Packers, man.
That's true.
They played the worst schematic defense against Minnesota.
How many more left, D?
You got 2 games left.
All right, let's go, man.
All right, so we have the Sunday night game with the Denver Broncos who are at home versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Broncos.
With Denver being at home and they're 2.5 point favorites.
I'm going Broncos. Last but not least for the Monday nighter,
Denver 49ers?
is Giants and Cowboys.
I'm going to go Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver too.
This game is Monday night is Giants and Cowboys.
The game we supposed to be going to, right?
Yes, by the way, we'll be at the Giant Cowboy game in, what do we call it now? MetLife Stadium.
The worst
We'll be
stadium
tailgating
ever.
out there.
We'll be on the reverse of first row. Last row.
Inverse order.
We'll be in scratch.
I might still be in the parking lot.
So we got
Pitchers gonna be looking up at us like, damn, son.
Cowboys versus Giants.
so we got the New York Giants at home versus the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm
which-
never picking the Giants for anything.
Which I find odd is that the Cowboys are still 3.5 point favorites over the Giants, even though Dak Prescott won't
that's
be
just-
playing.
This shit came out, what, 6 weeks ago or something?
Bro,
Yeah, this is definitely. I see this line changing.
this is Vegas playing games, man.
Yeah, but that win, I'm not gonna lie. That Giants win over Tennessee was an anomaly. That's not.
Hold on. Did you give your pick for Denver 49ers? I didn't give mine, bro.
You didn't?
No.
I said
Broncos.
Broncos.
I said Broncos, yeah.
So what's yours then?
Broncos.
I'll talk with that. All right,
I
so
want to pick the 49ers bad.
Nah.
Nah, you're right.
now Russ
outta here.
is gonna get it together.
I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right, so this Giants
I've been
game.
a 26-year idiot. So.
Nah, I'm going Giants, man. I can't see Cooper Rush.
I'm going to go with Giants, so.
Of course you
Of
will.
course you are, brother.
They're the home team in New Jersey, yes.
So, yo, here's my picks, man, for the pool, bro. I'll send it to you. I'll send them to you.
Clevie sent that shit like 5 minutes before I got to put it in. 5 minutes before the game starts.
Count me in, coach.
I sent a picture.
But this is week 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week.
You got to get week 2 in.
We ahead. I think I sent it to you, no?
Did you?
Yeah. I think Scott sent it. I think me.
Chris is missing, right?
Yeah, I think he's the only one missing.
All right, well, we're going to be out there, the Giant game, Cowboy game. And the week after that, we'll be in Vegas for the Raiders and Broncos game. So, hopefully you see us. Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast.
Yo,
Thank
check
you,
me
Joe.
out.
Signing off.
Appreciate you.
Just approach me if you see me in the
Yo,
street.
Dirk.
You know what I'm saying?
Did a good job with your stance on the N-word, man.
Thank you, sir.
Nah, I don't agree.
Yo, you better chill. I might call you an N-word real quick, so.
Yo, remember that episode of Family Guy when he kept saying, he did a reenactment
Oh,
of
Huck Finn.
Huckleberry Finn. He's like, okay, N-word Jim.
Yeah, I don't know how that
Hey,
show's
Edward
still
Jim.
on, man.
Yeah, that show is. Yo, that shit is clever.
Yo, thank you.
Great.
Peace.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you never. Last time I was on, you didn't give me anything about the Valtrex, the lotion for my itching.
Can't help you, brother.
We got on air though, right?
And
Mic is off.
We're never on air when you
Oh,
talk
okay.
about that.